Time to welcome a guest.
Who we got today, Poppy?
UFC fighter Chael Sonnen.
This guy's a lunatic. He's a crazy person. He's controversial. He's colorful. He's fun. He wants to fight Anderson Silva for his belt, but first he has to get by Michael Bisping Saturday, UFC, Fox 2. Let's talk to this crazy person. When was the last time you were scared before combat?
When I jump out of that airplane, I don't want to be positive that chute's going to open.
You don't? You don't?
I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
Well, if you can't understand it, you can't sit in my shoes, brother. A lot of guys can be fighters, but only one can be champion. And maybe I'm wired a little bit differently, but that's the way it goes.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Silva the champ?
Yeah, I will correct you. You are wrong.
But that's not your belt.
Well, whose do you propose it is?
I don't know. I don't know. Where'd you get it? Where'd you get it?
What do you think? I just woke up and went and took it from him?
I don't know.
Of course it's the belt.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers, and if he wants it back, he knows where to find me.
Yeah, I think you can get them on eBay for about $29.99.
That's what I was just checking.
Says it right on there.
What happened in that press conference?
We got asked questions by the media, and then we responded to them with our voices.
You were shoving each other. You held your ground. What happened?
Well, it sounds like you know. It sounds like you just told us.
How many more fights do you think you can lose and still be such a big draw?
Oh, Dan, come on. You're asking me. Why would have I ever thought of things like that? I don't have any idea. How long are you going to hold a pen in your hand and not write anything down? I mean, what are we going to do? Go back and forth and ask each other stupid things? Look, he's the one that contacted me and goes, whoa, 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 you've misunderstood. I never challenged you to a fight, Chael. I just told you I want the fight that you have. I asked you to step aside. So talk to Vitor about that.
He called you to clarify? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, he contacted me to clarify, yes.
And what did he say?
Le Batard, are you listening? I just told you what he said. He said, I did not call you out. I said, I want you to move aside. I want the fight that you have.
He did say you don't deserve the fight.
All right.
What do you say to the critic who says, well, Sonnen's just a big mouth who was in that fight the first time with Silva because his testosterone levels were 4 times higher than they should have been?
I would say, hello.
That's it. That's all you're giving me.
Man, I'm from the mean streets of Westland, Oregon. You got to look over your back. You don't know what it's like out there. I'll tell you about it someday, but it's rough.
I just imagine it being a lot of ducks.
A lot of ducks? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this where I laughed? Was that your attempt at humor? I'm sorry. I would have played a lot. I didn't know that. Was that ha ha ha?
Are you going to tell me what it is that you grew up around or not?
No.
What is your greatest advantage over John Jones?
Oh, reach.
There's nobody who would disagree with that Silva and Jones are better than you are.
Oh, that Silva and Jones are, well, there's one way to find out.
Well, we found out with Silva, right? That's done? We found out there?
Is there a question in here somewhere, Dan?
You understand how it is that some of that would be taken as race baiting, do you not? No?
Dan, I've got a degree in sociology from the University of Oregon. Apparently you do not, because you're greatly mistaking race with ethnicity with nationality. If you said that I said it about Brazil, which is not a race, it's a nation, then you might want to run the tape back and not air this because you're going to look foolish in the presence of a genius.
What do you think of Steven Seagal being in Anderson Silva's camp?
You know, and so good for him. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. He wrote those guys a check, and, you know, they've got an obligation to say certain things about him in the media. So, you know, good for Steven. Maybe it gets him extra work. I don't know.
I don't know that that's entirely true. You're saying that Steven Seagal is paying to be a part of that posse?
What is this? Like, I say something, then you repeat it to make sure you heard? This whole thing's being videotaped. If you need to go back and rewatch it on your own time, do it. But for now, for the sake of the viewers, they get the world's smartest man for roughly 100 more seconds? Give him some new topics.
But I don't think what you're saying is true, Chael. I don't.
96 seconds and counting.
What are you trying to accomplish when you say that you're going to slap Silva's manager and that you're going to slap Silva's wife on the ass if she doesn't make you a steak medium rare just the way you like it?
You know, you're the second person to ask me that, and I never said it. You'll never find that quote anywhere. You'll never replay it. It simply didn't happen.
I will slap his manager as quick as I will slap his wife on the ass if she doesn't make me a steak medium rare. Just the way I like it.
What? I saw it last night. What are you talking about? I saw it with my own eyes.
I'm not kidding in any fashion. That absolutely didn't happen. You absolutely didn't see it. And if you did, then simply bring it up right now.
Just the way I like it.
Welcome to 2000 and Chael.
Chael, you tapped. I saw you tap. I couldn't believe that I saw you tap because you were crushing him for 4 rounds, but you tapped. I saw it.
But as I said, the real champion sits before you today, undefeated and undisputed.
It's it. You're not undefeated, and it's not undisputed. You've been on the show more than anyone ever. Congratulations on that. Third interview for you. I'm very pleased about this. You deserve.
Third interview in sports' most unwatched broadcast. Wow, look at me. You are my favorite little product of nepotism, though. You really are.
I do. I'm riding you. I'm riding you to glory. I think it's all over, though, after this next fight. I think it ends.
Oh, wait,
Jones.
good for you, Dan. Good for you for sharing your opinion with us. You're right so often, after all. Cloaked in success of your fancy set down there with the blinds in the background and a small picture. Look like you're doing well.
Thank you, brother. It is. It's literally always a pleasure. Thank you.
I literally could never say the same, but you are welcome.